Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Steven's Week, the weekly update on marketing and technology. And I hope you will enjoy this new episode. Welcome in the show, my friends. Quite some news about driverless cars this week. Uber had a big incident. There was a bad moment because a lady got killed with by one of the driverless cars of Uber in Arizona. Apparently, if you read all the reviews, it wasn't the car's fault, but so you see that even with driverless cars, everyone is saying it's going to be a world without accidents, but still there will be mistakes, and this is the first person that gets killed by a driverless vehicle, which is really sad. And Uber is postponing its testing to see what really happened. Next to that, it does not stop driverless cars from coming to our world. General Motors, they announced that by 2019, which is next year, by 2019 they will launch a car without a steering wheel and without gas pedals and without brakes. So this is a true autonomous vehicle. Toyota wants to launch the same thing by 2020, and because of that, Toyota is actually setting up a partnership with Uber to use their technology to speed up the arrival of driverless vehicles. So an impressive week, sad news, but also good news for people who are waiting to buy a driverless vehicle. It was a tough week for Facebook. In the beginning of the week, the stock of Facebook lost about 7% in one day, which is the biggest drop in stock value of Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg lost $3.5 billion that day. And the reason is that the data of 50 million Facebook users was stolen or misused by a company called Cambridge Analytica. It's a company based in the UK. And on their reference sheet, they have the campaigns of Donald Trump and the campaign for the Brexit in the UK. And now apparently it becomes clear that these guys have been using rather illegal techniques to get access to data of many Facebook users, and they're using that data then to influence behavior of people during an election, for instance. And of course this is bad for Facebook because they have been under pressure quite a lot for everything that has to do with privacy and security, and apparently they've been not strong enough in their privacy statements. So I think this will be a hard nut to crack for Mark Zuckerberg. He will probably have to go to the Congress in the US to explain everything. And I'm very curious to see what this will bring. This could be some sort of a turning point where Facebook really has to rethink privacy, rethink a community, because if more of those cases would leak out, this could be a serious issue. So I'm very curious to see, because maybe you remember in the beginning of the year in January, Mark Zuckerberg wrote down that he would fix Facebook and that he would go from a centralized model with data control to a decentralized model where actually Facebook users have more access to their own data and have more rights on their own data. So I'm very curious to see what will happen in the next few months, but I'm sure that this is not the last time that I'm going to talk about this topic in my weeklies. Lufthansa is starting with biometric boarding in LAX. And the system works pretty much like the self-passport controls. You walk in and you scan yourself, and through face recognition, the US border police can see if you are who you really say you are, and everything is okay. You can just board the plane. So this is increasing the convenience level with boarding the planes tremendously. Lufthansa is now boarding planes of 350 people in 20 minutes instead of 45 minutes. IBM is launching Watson Assistant, which is a voice assistant for the enterprise market. And this will be a competitor of Amazon's Alexa, as IBM wants to take part of this market, and they're setting up deals with their clients like hotels and banks and car manufacturers, telcos, and they want to hand them the IBM Assistant, the Watson Assistant, so they can offer services like Amazon has with Alexa. And this again can boost the adoption of voice assistants in the world, especially to B2B clients as well, as that is what IBM wants to reach out to as well. So again, a positive evolution for the voice assistant market. Alipay is expanding in the US. They're having partnerships now with more than 35,000 merchants, mainly in the big cities. And their goal is to make sure that Chinese tourists have the ability to pay for their goods by using Alipay in other markets. And the US is now one of the biggest markets where Alipay is being used. So guys, this was my weekly update. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to share it with your friends. I hope you will subscribe to the channel. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching.